So you're preparing to buy a house and you need some help and you want to know that you're doing it the right way. Well, this is the video for you. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is Mark with the My Front Range Living team, and today we're talking about exactly that, preparing to buy a house. Now, when you are you're in the home buying process, or you're thinking about buying a house, that's a huge investment. It is the number one way to build long-term wealth, and that's a daunting task for a lot of people, especially if you don't know what you're doing. So as you're getting approved for a mortgage, as you're doing all of those things, this is a checklist to help you out during the home buying process. So first and foremost, check your credit score. Just find out what your credit score is. Now, sometimes you just do reach out to your lender in that space and you just say, hey, pull my credit, let's see what we're up against. And that might mean that you have to take steps in improving your credit score to get you where you want to be from a loan program standpoint. But the reality of it is, first things first, check your credit score, because there are lenders, they like to go to about 640, but they'll go down to 620 if they need to get you where you need to be. But if that's going to make, if that 50-point bump is going to make a half a point increase, then maybe it's worth waiting that 2 or 3 months to bump 50 points on your credit score. Work with your lender in that space, but definitely make sure that your credit score is in check. Next thing is your debt to income ratio. Let's be honest. That's what a lender is going to look for, is your debt to income as well as your credit score. Debt to income, what is it? Okay, you spend 65% of what you bring in. Well, that's a bit high. I have it on really good authority that 40, in the low 40s is where mortgage lenders like to see all that. So whatever you're bringing in, you want to be spending about 40% of it on bills and things like that. They're going to take a look at that. So your debt to income ratio is definitely high on that list. Next thing, talk with the lender about loan programs. What kind of loan programs are out there? And I'll give you a prime example. First-time home buyers or first responders or all of these different kind of, hey, come to us and let us help you out and we'll give you a bonus for that. They're making it up elsewhere, somewhere in the loan. I guarantee it. So make sure that I tell folks all the time, make sure that you're looking at the whole body of the loan, meaning, okay, you don't have to bring as much down, but your interest rate is a little bit higher. That could be, okay, that could be the case. But if that works best for you, do it. But take a look at the entirety of the loan program. Hey, I don't have as much down. I'm willing to pay a little bit more on the interest or what have you. You got to take a look at that. So make sure that you're looking at the loan program to make sure it's the best one for you. Next up, pretty self-explanatory. Save for a down payment and those different expenses that are going to come along the way. I'll tell you this, a down payment can be anywhere between 3 and 5%. It can go well above that if you so choose. It just depends on, again, on that loan program. But you're going to want 3 to 5% down on any home that you're looking for, on top of the fact that you're going to have to write a check for earnest money. And that earnest money, they will cash that earnest money. It's a deposit on the house. So that's going to be money that you need right out of the gate, on top of the fact that you're going to want to pay for the inspection. And that can be anywhere between $400 and $500. Could be more, depends on if you want sewer scope, radon testing, things like that. So plan on about $500 to $700 in addition to the earnest money out of pocket for those expenses. We even have heard where some folks will ask you to pay for the appraisal before you get to the closing table. So make sure that you're talking with your lender. Hey, am I going to have to pay for the appraisal? There's all sorts of different expenses that you might have to pay for. So make sure that you're tracking that as well as the down payment that you're going to need. Next up, determine your budget. And this is a big one. As Amber and I were talking about it, just because you can qualify for a certain amount doesn't mean that's where you're going to be comfortable. Just because I can qualify for an $800,000 loan, I may not want that monthly payment. So take a look at that. That's something that you want to keep in mind, all right? So yeah, I like the $500,000 house, but I don't like the $500,000 payment. So make sure that you're looking at your budget. What do I want to do? What don't I want to do? And what's it going to look like from a return on investment? Is the house going to increase in value at a rate that makes sense for you to go ahead and spend a little bit more, or is it not? It all depends on what you're looking to do. So just make sure that your budget is where you want it to be when it comes to that mortgage payment. And as we've talked about this whole time, get pre-approved. Talk to your mortgage lender and find out, hey, I really like this house over here. Is this a pipe dream? Should I be looking at this house? Should I be looking at different houses? Hey, mortgage lender, can you help me out and tell me what I'm pre-approved for? And they're going to take a look. They're going to go back. They're going to look at your credit score and your debt to income, and they're going to give you the loan programs and all that, the down payment that you have available, all of those things. So make sure that you are talking with a mortgage lender to get pre-approved. And then last but not least, give me a call. No, what I'm talking about is interview agents. Make sure that you are hiring a solid agent that has your best interest in mind, which we all understand is me or Amber. So just, reach out to My Front Range Living. We got you. But make sure the agent is looking out for you, okay? It's really, really important that an agent has your best interests in mind, because let's be honest, it's the single largest asset purchase that most people make. And a lot of times, agents are just looking for that paycheck. I'll say it, I don't like it, it's not fun, but the way that we are educated as agents, it starts at the beginning. Get to the closing table. Why? Because that's where the paycheck is, and that's not what you want. What you want is somebody to walk you through the process of, am I doing this right? What's the next step? I need to be prepared. Mark, can you help us out? Yeah, so make sure that you have an agent that meets your criteria, that has the same core values as you, and is looking out for your best interests. As always, we hope you found value in today's content. It would mean the world if you went below, clicked on that thumbs up, and gave us a like on today's content. It would mean even more if you hit that bell down there, subscribe to the channel. We're putting out content every single week to help you make Colorado Springs feel like home. If you are thinking about moving to Colorado Springs, we do have a relocation guide. You can go down in the description of the video below and you can download that for free. Just gives you a better idea of some of the different areas here in town that might best meet your criteria. You will also see our website down there in the description, myfrontrangeliving.com. Click on that. All sorts of fantastic information here in Colorado Springs, restaurant, things to do, and of course, market update videos on what's going on. And yeah, you got it. You can search for houses right from our website. Hey, thanks so much for stopping by. We look forward to seeing you soon. Have a great day.